Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing amazingly well. We are here today to do a book review on The Wisdom of Yoga, A Seeker's Guide to Extraordinary Living by Stephen Cope. First off, I want to apologize to all of you for my really shabby looking fingernails. I tried to remove this before I started recording this video, but either this nail paint is way too stubborn or my remover is ineffective. Whatever be the case, I ended up looking like this for the video, and I am so sorry if this is off-putting to your sensibilities. Please ignore. With all of that out of the way, let's get back to the book. Stephen Cope is a psychotherapist, and he has also authored a couple of other books. Yoga and the Quest for the True Self, and The Great Work of Your Life. What we are looking at today is The Wisdom of Yoga. Stephen is a psychotherapist and a yoga teacher at the Kripalu Center. In this book, Stephen doesn't just focus on the asanas or the physical postures of yoga, which we all are aware of. Instead, he actually looks at the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. So, in this book, he takes the reader through Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, integrating them with Western psychology and aspects of Buddhism, which is very, very interesting. What I really liked about this book was that Stephen keeps it real by weaving the Yoga Sutras into the lives of real people. The stories in this book are what real people go through and how the practice of yoga helps them and how one can use it as a tool for transformation and finding inner peace. I'll take you through the contents of the book. The book itself is divided into 5 parts. There is introduction, prologue, seekers, then and now. Then you have part 1, part 1, 2, 3. Each part is a story of a yogi who practices with Stephen at the Kripalu Center. And then at the end, you also have Appendix A, Yoga and Buddhism. Appendix B, the Yoga Sutras in English, translated by Chip Hartranft. I hope I did not butcher that name. I am so sorry if I did. Then you have the glossary, notes, acknowledgements, and index. The story of each yogi in this book is very relatable. And because these are real people going through issues similar to what we might face in our life, this becomes inspirational and motivational to try out the yoga techniques mentioned in the book. It gives one hope that we all can reach the state they reached if we practice what they practiced. Stephen also brings in a lot of Sanskrit words in this. For example, drashtri, the seeing without a seer. And there are many other Sanskrit terms, klesha, which comes in, of course, because of the Yoga Sutras. But he does a very good job of explaining these Sanskrit words and these meanings, and so you are never at a loss thinking what exactly does this mean or what am I supposed to understand of this term. He does a beautiful job of explaining raga, moha. You have dvesha, klesha, and so many other Sanskrit terms, raga, dvesha, moha, and he explains all of them beautifully. This is a very interesting read. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book. And so, see, there is karma and character, the bondage to pattern. There are some very beautiful topics discussed here: the roots of suffering, the invisible suffering of delusion, the web of I. There are some very beautiful topics discussed at the still point of the turning world. There are very beautiful topics discussed in this book in a very lucid and easy to understand way. Yes, there are some aspects which might feel a little heavy, but certainly not something which you cannot understand. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this book. It is a very interesting read, and it forces one to actually reflect and look into oneself and ask some very fundamental questions. I would highly recommend this book for psychotherapists and yogis alike. In fact, anyone who is on a spiritual path and who wants to have a very strong foundation, or who wants to ask the big questions and a path to go ahead on their spiritual journey, this is a very good book. Highly recommended. uh, I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you decide to buy this book, I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I enjoyed reading it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Namaste.